When is a fantasy football keeper too expensive for their value? Have you ever wondered when a fantasy football keeper becomes too pricey for what they bring to your team? Let's break down the factors that can help you make that decision. First, consider the cost versus expected production. If you need to give up a high draft pick or a significant auction budget to keep a player, ask yourself if their projected performance matches that cost. For example, if you are giving up a second-round pick for a player who is expected to perform like a fourth-round player, that keeper is likely too expensive. Next, think about the alternatives available at that draft position. If you keep a player but could have drafted someone better at that same spot, it may not be worth it. The value of a keeper pick is directly tied to the talent pool available when you are drafting. Another important factor is the player's age and injury risk. Younger players who are on the rise and have a lower chance of injury typically hold more value. If you are considering keeping an older player or one with a history of injuries, think twice about the price you are willing to pay. Their future production may not justify the cost. Positional scarcity is also key. Some positions, like running backs, have fewer elite players, which can justify a higher keeper cost. However, if you are overpaying for a player in a position with plenty of talent, such as wide receivers, it may not be a smart move. League rules can also impact keeper value. Some leagues increase keeper costs each year or have specific restrictions on which rounds you can keep players from. These rules can change the value calculation and could make a previously affordable keeper too expensive. Lastly, consider the long-term versus short-term value. In keeper or dynasty leagues, think about a player's potential over multiple seasons. A player who costs more now but has a bright future may be worth it, while a player with a limited productive window may not be. To make informed decisions, use value-based drafting or pick value calculators. These tools can help you quantify a player's worth relative to their keeper cost. If the numbers suggest you are paying more than the player's value, it may be time to let them go or trade them for other assets. In summary, a fantasy football keeper is too expensive when the cost exceeds the player's expected contribution compared to what you could gain elsewhere. Evaluating age, injury history, positional scarcity, and league rules will guide you in making the best decisions for your team.